So it's Thursday night at Tiny Box Vape Shop, and you already know this is the premier vape shop in all the United States. We're here in Kennedy, and you can see the quality and the products. Plus, we got the best staff that money can buy. But that's not what you're here for. You're here for the Chino Brothers Season 1, Episode 9. Randy, what do you know about 9? Leo?
The nine referred to as the curse of Scotland.
The curse of Scotland. And you work from 9 to 5. And at the end of this workday, you're ready for Episode 9 of the Chino Brothers.
I didn't put that effect in there. I didn't put that echo.
Really? Were you getting echo? It sounded fine on my end.
Oh, okay. Well.
Hey, very cool though. Nine. What was the joke that you guys used to say back in the day? I'm 31 and you're 38, and together we're 69.
You make up stories.
You don't remember
39 that? No, but 39 and 38 don't make 69.
30. Yeah, they do. 31 and 38. Remember that was like we got to shout out Rascal. I think he's the one who thought of that one.
Is he the one that thought of that one? Because I don't remember that one. I remember. No, dude. I remember Carlota. Carlota called.
Carlota what?
Carlota Sanchez, dude. What were you thinking?
Friendly boys that are looking to pick you up.
Yeah, so I remember that joke, but I was thinking, dude, here's the thing. This is the most like rushed I've been into an episode before. Like usually I'm completely like totally set up everything. Tonight, for some reason, I did not get home from work like at the time I thought I would. And then I was like, oh man, I got to start setting up like the studio and like all this crap. And then the kids were like, all right, let's say our prayers. And I feel like the kids prayed for an hour and a half. I could be wrong. Like, I feel like Nehemiah was preaching a sermon. I'm like, bro, you know, daddy's got to go upstairs, like, and start talking about the 1990s and making fun of people. So Lord understands that. Can we get this on the road?
Maybe he knew you needed some extra prayers.
Maybe. I don't know. But anyways, yeah, dude. So like, I felt like when we were in the green room, I was just like, all right, let's go. Although we do have a lot of stuff.
It was definitely rushed. I was the same way too. And you know, I was even like, I finished my day job maybe 30 minutes before we hop on here. Usually I like to have like an hour cushion just to get everything planned.
That's what I do. Yeah.
You guys watching, a lot of work goes into, well, I don't know if it's a lot, but
it is a lot, dude.
We do try to make it presentable. You don't want just to hop on here and wing it because we want to make sure we entertain you guys watching.
Yeah. So yeah, hey, dude, but
I'll tell them this too. Mike spent 15 minutes on the lighting alone.
I probably did.
You did.
I spent a lot of time on the lighting.
15 to 20 minutes. And I'm thinking, I'm looking at the countdown like, man, we got 12 minutes to go. Oh my gosh, we're going to make it. But
we were like talking while we're doing like show prep while we're doing it. So, all right. Well, I guess this is a good enough time as any to kind of explain how things work. So what you guys kind of don't know about a morning show is you think that the guys on the morning show work 5 hours a day, 4 hours a day, get off at 10, and then have the rest of the day off. Albert Salazar says, what's up, Adelaide and Mike? What's good?
That's DJ Prospect,
dude. Yeah.
What up, homie?
Prospect, man. I need to chop you up and put you in a clip. I almost did, but I didn't. Like I chopped all around you, Prospect, on our clips that we put up on YouTube and on Clapper.
Yeah, we got to change that.
So anyways, back to what I'm saying. When you're a morning show producer, or I feel like any morning show talent, the producer, you get up at 4 a.m. because you've got to be at work by maybe 4:45 because that show starts at 5:30, and when that show starts, you better have all your prep. And did you scramble when you were the morning show producer?
I remember working overnights when you were the morning show producer, and you'd call me like, "Hey." I'm not trying to put you on blast, but it'd be like, hey, I'm running late. Can you print some stuff for me? Yeah. And if you guys remember the 90s and your Wi-Fi, your modem speed was horrible, super slow. So we'd get that prep service. It'd be about, I don't know, it's like 30, 40 pages of stuff sometimes. And it'd be like, hey, start downloading it for me. And I'm like, okay. So we'd have to download it. And I hope Paco's not watching, but you remember his office? There was maybe 1.5 feet a gap above.
Yeah.
Sorry, Paco. But back then when I was skinny, I'd be like, Mike, I don't have a key. He's all, dude, you could slide through the top. So I'd climb up through the top and over. I never stole nothing, but we'd get in there so I could download the stuff. So Mike could have it ready, and then I'd print it and stuff too. Because it from downloading to printing, it'd take 20 to 30 minutes. It could take that long, depending on your Wi-Fi and stuff too. So yeah, Mike would call me, dude, download that for me.
Well, I was staying on the east side or something, man. And so like I'm driving as fast as I can to get to work. I'm going like 65 miles an hour. We're deep in the south side. And not only were we deep in the south side, like there were no street lights on the road that went to our radio station. Like it was sketchy. I remember one time, Tootie, we were driving, me and Tootie, dude. And he used to listen to like weird. Tootie. Yeah, but he would listen to like weird, like rap rock in Spanish. Remember that? It'd be like, but anyways, yeah. So like we'd be, and he had that little Civic, and he souped it up. So we're speeding down that road, that dirt road, and someone, it's dead at night. Tootie's got his brights on, and someone came running out on that road. It looked like what's that show? The Walking Dead. Like it looked like The Walking Dead.
Like a zombie coming out?
Yeah, running out. And Tootie just whipped around him. I was like, bro, you're not going to see what that guy wants? He's like, nope. And then I'm like, oh, yeah, that's right. You're from Juarez, bro. I forgot about that.
Not stopping. I don't blame him, too. Yeah, I can't remember the name of the street, but I don't even think it was a city-maintained road.
No, not at all.
Because it was scary. And, yeah, I remember going, because I did it overnight, so I'd start at midnight and pulling up at 11:30. And Dwayne Chavez was before me, and I was like, God, please don't leave, man. I got to be here by myself because it was scary and dark. And, was there ghosts in there? Because there was times when I'd hear like sounds and stuff. And, by 3 o'clock, you start really getting that sleep. Like, I want to sleep, but you can't because we had CDs still. But do you remember ghosts back there?
No, not at
all.
Not in my mind. Like, dude, here's the thing is Speedy would always come in. When I worked overnights, Speedy would always come in at like 2 a.m. and like poke his head in my freaking studio, bro. And be like, what are you doing? I'm like, dude, get out of here. What are you doing? Trying to DJ.
Speedy, rest in peace, Speedy. But yeah, he was, hi, Sketch. What are you doing?
Dude, and then he'd tell me these disgusting stories about Tio. I'm like, bro, I don't want to know about this, man.
Wait, I want to hear.
Dude, do you remember how Tio used to like? No, you don't.
Is it tomato? Is it tomato or is it?
It's
TMI.
It's TMI. Think of Tio. Think of how Tio used to act in kind of that like, hey, bro, I thought you like ladies kind of way, but you know what I mean. And then think of Speedy. Now you're done. I don't have to tell everybody.
That's plenty. Okay. I get it.
But yeah. So, anyways, like so all shows take a lot of prep, and our shows when we were young took a ton of prep. But this show still takes prep, and like the more professional we're getting, the better we're getting, like the more prep we have to do. So one way or another, we were just like skidding into tonight. But what I don't want to skid in or out of or past is that someone wrote us a theme song. Adley, would you like to play our new theme song?
Yes. Are you guys ready for this? Oh my gosh. Sorry, I'm looking to the side here, but my peripherals are okay.
No,
here we go. Ready? More juice?
I mean, if you want to.
One more time from the top. Here we go.
All right, let's go. Yeah. You recognize the backbeat?
DJ Prospect, I want to hear this in the mix.
Chino Brothers. Chino Brothers, Chino Brothers, Chino Brothers. Do you recognize what that song's from?
Is that Amadeus?
It's Amadeus by Falco.
Oh, yes. Chino Brothers. One more time. Oh, hold on. Chino Brothers. What's the name of the show? Oh, Chino Brothers.
Yeah, he only says it in the first 4 bars. So
okay,
like,
hey, Prospect, send it up. I'm dropping it in. All right. We'll shoot it over to you.
Dude, but you got to cut it up, Prospect. It's got to be like,
stop.
Chino Brothers. Like, you got to do your Cubert impersonation on it. Yeah. So Joe, that was Joe Moreno, bro. He sent it to us. You've seen him on the show, like pop up with comments and stuff. He was like the first comment we probably got where he was like sketch. Super cool guy. Check him out on SoundCloud, you guys, if you're wanting to listen to a local artist who's awesome.
Hey, I know a rapper that has a song called One-Eyed Twins. Could he produce that?
I bet you he could, dude.
One-Eyed Twins got me bugging out. You know them things that make your honey's shirt stick out?
Yeah. Dude, that song was a #1 hit in Tucson. Yeah, tuna in Tokyo or maybe Taiwan. Wasn't that? So
I'm gonna find those. I'm gonna find those lyrics. I'm gonna find
when
them.
We were young, Adelaide. Dude, we got to get to our
and then we get sidetracked. Okay.
Ah, well, it makes for way funnier podcast. You know what I mean? Like when we were young, Adelaide wanted to be a rapper. So, like, I don't know. Did you want to be a rapper, or was it just like I'm gonna rap?
Dude, do you think One-Eyed Twins was a serious song?
Yeah, but then you did write some serious songs.
But I did write some serious stuff, but I wrote One-Eyed Twins. If you don't know what the One-Eyed Twins are, it's a tribute to the female anatomy. You know what I'm saying? Again, this was the 90s. Please remember, never disrespect. It was a tribute. It was it was a great song. It was a fun song. I'll have to find that.
It's about chi-chis. It's about a girl's chi-chis. But the thing is that I was like, that'd be a dope name for turntables. So then after that, I started calling the turntables One-Eyed Twins.
Adelaide rocking the One-Eyed Twins. And I was like, oh boy.
That's what I'd always say.
I'd be like,
Adelaide's on the One-Eyed Twins. But yeah, dude. So, yeah, we do get sidetracked. So what we wanted to talk about, and I couldn't figure a good transition to make it smoothly go into it, to pretend like we were just having a conversation. That's what we normally do, folks. I'll start having a conversation with Adelaide and then segue. I ain't got one for this. So what we wanted to talk about first was, if you had a tattoo, what would it be? Because neither Adelaide or I have tattoos. And if you're watching and you got bad tattoos, Brandon has really bad tattoos, dude. Brandon has...
Were they cool at one time, or were they always bad?
Never. He got them when he was 13.
Ooh.
Yeah, dude. Next time at a party. Dude, I'm telling you, next time you watch any of our videos, you got to just look at Brandon's stuff. Dude, Brandon, I'd say this in front of Brandon. They look like you got them done in jail.
Well, yeah. Now Prospect works somewhere like that, but there's some skilled dudes in jail, though.
Not these dudes.
But
not these dudes. Oh, he has this like Insane Clown Posse tattoo on his arm, and it looks like Papa Smurf with a hatchet.
The Juggalo thingy? Was it an attempt at the Juggalo, whatever thingy?
Dude,
okay,
bro, you just gotta look at Brandon's tattoos. Like I'm not gonna clown that hard. But dude, next time you see Brandon like on the intro, or you could just go on Tiny Box's page. For those of you guys who don't know who Brandon is, he's the manager of the Tiny Box Vape Shop, which is the shop that I own. The two shops I own. But if like, dude, you gotta go on Brandon's page and or Tiny Box's page and just look at his tattoos. Like, well, crap, dude. All right, here's a quick one, and then we'll get to what tattoos we have. There was this one time this racist skinhead came to the shop. And Brandon was up, and Brandon was selling him stuff, right? So he left afterwards. And Brandon's like, why do those guys always like me? And I was like, bro, like, think about it. Have you seen your tattoos? He's like, yeah. I'm like, well, they look like you got them in jail, right? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, but if you were white in jail, who would you have to click up with? And he's like, oh, I never thought about that. And I'm like, yeah, dude, you'd have to click up with the skinheads. So then whenever that dude would come back, I always tell him that I always tell Brando that his cousin came. Brando would get so mad. I'm like, hey, your cousin came tonight. Yeah, dude.
I remember there was a couple tattoos that I always thought would be cool that I wanted. Hold
on, let me guess. The first one was a barbed wire around your arm. Was that
tribal? It was tribal. I wanted to go tribal. No. But I thought there was one that I wanted to get like a Celtic cross. I thought that'd be cool. And Mary J. Blige has that tattoo, and I think that's kind of why I thought it'd be cool, because I was a huge fan of Mary J. Blige back in the day. Back in, Mike knows. Well, he doesn't know, but knows. You just go kind of listen to Mary J. Blige and be all sad and depressed. Maybe it's after like a girl broke up with me. Super embarrassing to even mention. But anyways, that was one. The other one, I took a art class, and they had the Tree of Life, and it was this really cool. It was a tree, but it had people kind of drawn into it and stuff. So I was like, oh, that'd be the coolest tattoo. So I had my art class book from U of A. Every time chicks would come over, we'd talk about it. Oh yeah, I'd love to get a tattoo, and then I'd show them the book. Like, oh, what do you think of this? This is the
Wait, you took an art class at the University of Arizona?
Yeah, it was I want to say African art. So, dude, I got the book here somewhere. That sounds
like a waste of money. Why did you take that class?
I thought it'd be an easy A. It was actually really hard because you had to study because they'd put pictures on the screen and they'd be like, name this picture. And I'm all like, I don't know. I don't remember this stuff. So I probably got to see in it, but it had a really cool book. Yeah. I'll show you. I'll bring that on next time and you can see the Tree of Life and, chicks would be like, oh, this guy's artistic. You don't remember that? I never brought that around. I know I had it in the apartment. I had to have that in the apartment.
No, man, you didn't talk about this type of stuff when we were young, bro. You didn't tell us about the Tree of Life and
I never
Margon's Castle or anything like that.
That was my go-to. That was my go-to when girl.
That was your smooth move with the ladies, was showing them the Tree of Life and saying, one day I may get a tattoo of it.
I'm just kind of saying.
Hold on. I don't have a tattoo. However, give me a sec. I got to look under. Oh, don't mind all these pornography magazines. The roommate left. Here it is. Here's my poetry book from Gay Boy Scouts. Give me a second here.
I've got the page. I've got it bookmarked, so you can go right to it.
That was really that was your thing. Sorry, I really went hard in the paint on that one. I'm sorry.
No, but it was the tattoo. I thought, oh man, that looked really cool. And when I would show chicks, they'd be like, oh, that's good. What would I show dudes that? No.
Where would you get the tattoo? But where? Yeah, that's why when you're like, don't you remember that? I'm like, why the hell would I remember that? Where, like, would you get it on your face, on your arm, on your back? What?
I'd probably get it maybe on my chest, I guess. Because it was a tree and then it kind of spread out with all the branches and stuff. So it had to be kind of wide. I was thinking lower back. Would that be cool?
Dude, here's the problem. The problem is,
go to my booty.
Dude, the problem is if it was going up your chest, you'd always have to be shredded. You'd always have to be shredded, dude, because if you're like, hey, you want to see my tattoo? And you had man boobs, like, dude, you're not showing that tattoo anymore. You wasted that tattoo. I draw some
apples right there. I draw a couple apples where my moobs are. Oh, thank goodness I didn't get that.
Not only the Tree of Life, it's got the fruit with it.
Dude, hey, so what tattoo would you get?
I don't know, dude. I thought a lot about that like today because I was like, oh, this could be a good topic. And like, but usually the problem is if I give you a topic for our opener, I have a shotgun ready. I'm like, oh no, I got a banger ready. So,
well, I have a story about tattoos and you.
Well, I know a tattoo I said I would get. Lower stomach would be the roots. Yeah, that'd be your wiener root, dude. That's what they call it when the guys wear, when they wear their pants too low, they call it a wiener root. Only they use the D word.
Okay.
We don't talk like that on this podcast.
But yeah, I have a story about you and tattoos.
Yeah, well, I remember the tattoo I told you I was gonna get. The tattoo I said I was gonna get every radio station I ever worked at tattooed on my arm. Remember that?
Yes, I do remember that.
But the problem is, dude, I have 2 radio stations. I didn't work at very many radio stations. Like you could do that. Like,
would you put camp radio on there?
No, I'm not putting camp radio.
It'd have to be, okay. What about the public access station you worked at?
No, that doesn't go on my arm either.
So like it'd be the point.
It'd be Hot 98.3 and the point. Yeah. Like this was like, here's the thing. This was at a time when I thought I was going to be the next Howard Stern. Like I was like, I am going to be, what's up, Dave? I'm going to be the next Howard Stern. I believe that. Like, that's what I thought when we were in our 20s. That's how come I would always try to get to California. Because here was my idea. I was going to play in Tucson and then get like a gig in Fresno or like Bakersfield, right? And then I'd shop my tape in LA everywhere and then get a weekend overnight gig in LA. And then do the Hot 98.3 thing, right? Where you just work for them for free. You do everything. You're always there, whatever you can do. And then get a morning show and then be syndicated. That was like my grand scheme of what I thought was going to happen with my life.
Huh.
So at that point, I was going to have tattoos all the way down my arm and wrap. I was going to have a sleeve of all these cool radio stations I worked at. Now, if I did that today, it'd be dumb. I'd have 2 tattoos because the other 2 radio stations were lame. I'm not putting those on my arm. Like, hey, guys, I work at a classical radio. No, I'm not putting that F-word station on my arm, dude. F-word that station, bro. Dude, all right, for everybody watching that doesn't understand what Adelaide's talking about, when we were in college, my first radio gig was at a classical radio station. I cracked the mic once an hour. And then I had to listen to classical music. And I thought, well, if I just keep listening, maybe I'll like it. Nope. Never liked it. Never liked it. Always sound like garbage. And so I had to sit there for an hour. This is how crafty I was when I was young. While we were doing that, me, Adelaide, and Pete, and Ryan, all the 2 strong cats, we got our first club. And I wanted to rock this club so bad that I would crack the mic, say my one line for the hour, turn the mic off, drive down to the club, get up there on the mic and rock the mic for about 20, 30 minutes, and then drive back to the radio station. That's how no respect I had for that job. Like, I had no respect for that job. Dude, I should have fired myself from that job. They should sue me for taking a check.
Was it CDs back then? Or how did
it was piped in. So it was a syndicated show, and I was just the local. So go ahead.
I was gonna say it's even interesting too because I remember we'd be chilling at the crib at the apartment if we didn't have a gig, and we'd tune in and we'd listen and we'd wait 58 minutes because we'd tell Mike, or Mike would ask us like, "What word do you want me to use in the next break?" And we'd be like, "Pork chop. Use pork chop in the next break." And we'd be like, "Wait, me and Thomas sharing a 40 probably that I paid for." But
yeah, and then I'd be like this. You're listening to Classical KUAT, Tucson, Arizona. If you're getting up to get a pork chop tonight, remember, coming up in the next hour, we have Shostakovich. And then I would butcher the names of all of the composers because I didn't give a crap. Dude, Alan Kay was my program director. And that cat, wow. But you know what? I will say this. He taught me how to articulate because he was like, look, put a pencil under your tongue and then talk. And I did that. Yeah, I did it because you have to enunciate in radio and you don't realize it. And now you are just a natural good enunciator. But at the time, like all my words jumbled. I spoke a lot of slang. I had a thicker like West Covinian accent. So I put it under my tongue, and then you talk, and it taught you how to.
No, let me hear you talk with a pencil under your tongue.
I don't have a pencil around, and this is a vape. It's too big.
I got a pen.
Well, and that's super entertaining too to watch me put a pen under my.
I want to see. I'm looking for a pencil right now.
Well, good for you. How about we entertain people? That's what they're here for. They're not here to have us play bar games with foolishness.
I want to see Mike do it though.
Alan, oh my God. Alan Kay was our program director. Dude, I just did the KUAT voice. You didn't even do the Adelaide voice. You should be impressed with that.
I love it. Thank you.
Anyways, back to what I'm saying. So Alan Kay was my program director. And my job there was to crack the mic once an hour and take readings. And I would always F up the readings. I always messed up the readings. And we were an AM station. So you remember how you had to do that weird thing at like 7 p.m. and turn the wattage up at an AM station, and then you had to turn it down at 6 a.m.? Did you ever do that at
I never had to do that, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And so it's like a lot of responsibility that the FCC puts on you. And I was a 24-year-old burnout. I might have been 26. Like I was a burnout. I'm like, you do realize that I don't want to work at a radio station like this. You do realize that if I could put on Rancid right now, I would. You do realize that I like punk rock music.
Now, Alan Kay, who was the traffic guy? Wasn't that an Alan Kay?
That was Alan Michaels.
That was Alan Michaels.
Yeah, because I mistook our manager on the last episode.
Alan Herman.
Yeah, exactly. So, and that dude was cool. That dude was super cool. He offered me a job when I got fired from Hot 98.3.
At the jazz or the classical station?
No, to work at his news corporation. Like that's where old, and they called that the old DJ graveyard. Because DJs that got fired, they'd go work for him. But he was super cool about it. He paid well.
Yeah, see, that's kind of the trade-off too. I mean, would you want to work in radio even if it's a format you're like not excited about to be in
Dude,
radio?
you're not even really in a format. You're just writing news stories for them. Like, yeah,
Okay.
so you're not even cracking the mic really. But would I
Yeah.
want to be in a format in radio? Well, clearly you just heard my KUAT story, so I didn't care. I wanted to be in radio. I wanted to be in radio. I wanted my voice to be heard on the radio. I wanted to be a radio disc jockey. That was my dream from the time I was a little baby, a little child. When I was 9, I used to make these fake little breaks, and I, on the tape recorder, and I take them to school with me. Like that's what I wanted.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
man.
really cool.
That's all I wanted was to be a radio disc jockey.
I remember that. Too. I remember that too. Like when I was like probably 6 or 7, and I'd do practice breaks on the cassette player and stuff. I'd hear guys in this is back in Illinois, but I remember doing that and stuff too. And it was like always that. Hey, I remember I worked at the public access station for a little bit. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do.
I totally forgot about that. Yeah, it was really strange.
That place was super weird, dude. Yeah. So this was like a radio station, you guys, that was like in a hippie commune. Like it was just like a bunch of hippies, and like you played hip hop, didn't you, at the public access station?
Well, I didn't have a show, but I was the music director, and I remember the thing. Basically, my job was, okay, you're the music director. We don't have an opening yet for a show right now. Like there's a huge waiting list and stuff. So I opened the mail and, looked at all the CDs that I was like, I don't know what any of this music is and stuff. And, okay, well, there's no salary right now. And I was like, dude, I got to pay rent. And you want me here 40 hours a week to sit there? I was like, I can't do it. And at public access radio, the music director, I remember they're like, okay, well, if there's anybody that has issues with their show or their time, they're going to talk to you. So the first day I had 4 people come in complaining about their time slot. And I was like, dude, you guys are on the radio. Enjoy what you got, man. Oh, it's not fair that I'm on at 2 a.m. and this guy's on at 10. And, I get more calls than, just like, oh my gosh, dude. So yeah, it was.
Dude, that would have been the weirdest thing. And they're all nerds, dude. They're all nerds. Every one of them.
Yeah. Older nerds that have a passion for, flute music or whatever it is. And you're just like, everybody has a passion and good for you, but nobody, you're the only one that wants to hear that stuff, man. But it was like a commune though. It was in a house. It had stairs. It was a really cool house though. But you went up there.
It was like, I've been there. I've been to that station.
Okay.
It looked like an old wicked cottage in Harry Potter with like the Grateful Dead. It looked like the Grateful Dead and Harry Potter owned a house together. Like that's your Airbnb right there. Hey man, what's my Airbnb? Oh, it's a theme Airbnb. Word? Yeah, man, that sounds kind of interesting. What is it? Harry Potter mixed with the Grateful Dead. Really? So it's like really good magic and cool music? No, it's patchouli.
Yes.
Patchouli and people that don't wear shoes.
I
don't like this deodorant. Airbnb.
No deodorant. It was a lot of skirts, probably a lot of bud, a lot of weed smoking back then, I'm sure. Well, I don't know. I don't know if they're hip enough for that, but yeah, a lot of patchouli, man. Patchouli's an acquired taste too. I'll be honest with you. I dated a hippie chick, and I remember I tried my best to like it. But did you like patchouli? You dated some girls that wore patchouli.
I did, but dude, you used to wear patchouli once a week. Remember when we lived together? You used to wear a different cologne every day of the week, and then one day of the week you didn't have any money for the 6th day or something. So you're like, now I'm just wearing patchouli. And it was like, man, that's weird on a dude, bro. Like, oh well, the chicks dig it.
That's probably. I wonder if I got it because of that. I was probably working there. I was like, well, maybe I started to like it.
I don't know, but I remember one day a week was Drakkar Day, and you'd always bag on yourself for wearing it. You'd be like, I'm wearing the old school today. I'm like, why are you wearing it then? But
it was probably a gift from my mom or something.
It's got to be super interesting to people listening. Wait, so before we got on this crazy patchouli trip, you were talking about this stupid radio station. Man, I forgot that you worked there. That was like between college radio and hot.
Yeah, I was still applying at that. And it was probably one of those things. I went to work at the call center after that, because I was like, well, I can't work here for free. I'll try to come in, whenever. And I remember that people like just kind of were waiting for someone to walk through the door and take this position so they wouldn't have to deal with all these people complaining about their show and stuff too. I remember that. And I was like, and I probably worked there for a week or two. And I was like, there's no CDs I want to steal. They don't get vinyl.
The record reps aren't trying to pay them off.
Nobody's taking me to the club. They're trying to get me to spin their records. Not saying that ever happened, but I'm just saying.
Haven't had a free steak in a while from a record rep.
I haven't ordered the sushi boat with 200 pieces of sushi.
I don't care. I know Adelaide's still in this business, but I'm going to tell you how corrupt it is, folks. Listen to this. Y'all ready for some stories? I got some stories. Dude, I won't say people's actual names, but if you're wondering why your favorite artist isn't played on the radio, here's how it works. They got to find a record company who's willing to pay a program director. Now, granted, this is 2002. If it's changed, it wouldn't surprise me because I can't imagine record companies have that much money anymore. But back in the day, man, these cats would freaking shell out for everything. And every Tuesday, we'd have these freaking envelopes that we'd give a certain member of our staff that I won't say who it was. And they were filled with gift cards to play crappy records on the radio. We played Madonna at a hip hop station. Madonna. Like, bro, come on, man. Payola was real, dude. Payola was real.
Do you remember? I don't know which group it was. I'm gonna say the Spencer Brothers, but I don't know for sure. Two Good Kids. They were brothers. They're like kind of R&B, kind of genuine type kids, and they were probably 15 or 16, and their dad, man, hustled and all this stuff, and he came over and he's like, hey, I want to take you to lunch, and I'm all like, all right, hey, 4 of the mixers are here. Is that cool if they roll? Yeah, sure. Why not? Hey, did you go with us? We went to Red Lobster.
No, maybe dude, I wouldn't have taken advantage of the Spencer brothers.
I just they were all there, and I was like, "Are you sure?" And he's all like, "Yeah, cool." And I remember there was probably 10 of us in the poor. I do feel bad looking back, but we went out.
That's something you do to an indie. That's not something you do to
at the time. They were around, and he's like, "Yeah, come on through." And man, he got that bill. And oh man, you could just see the sweat coming, and I felt like, oh my gosh, it was sad because but
for that bill, all those mixers should have put that song on rotation, dude.
And there were 2 good kids.
Hold on, so what Adelaide's talking about something different than I'm talking about, and it kind of blends in because it's like, why weren't these guys on the radio? You know what I mean? Like they didn't have a big record company pushing their record and paying for their record, you know what I mean? But there were really good local artists in Tucson. So the Spencer Brothers were decent, but Adley remembers some really good ones. Go ahead, Ad.
The Spencer Brothers, shout out to them too. They were just really on that R&B kind of Pretty Ricky kind of type stuff, really good. But some of the names that come to me, and Mike will remember, I want to start off with Brown Sugar. That was the 3 sisters, and they had the big sister.
And the mom. No, it was 2 sisters and the mom.
Was the mom?
Yeah.
Okay. And then they had the big sister that kind of rolled with them and everything. Yeah. And Brown Sugar. And you were on the morning house party, right?
Yeah.
At the time. And these guys, they'd come through, these groups would cut little, how you just heard our Chino Brothers kind of song. They would do whole songs for like intros and in between and going into commercials, whatever. And they did one, the morning house party.
Yeah, that's right.
Was it the morning house party? Hot 98.3, the morning house party. And we play that all the time too and stuff. And they had t-shirts. So they gave t-shirts out. Apparently I'm the only one that wore one. Like, I guess but no, someone else had to wear one, but
I didn't wear one.
You didn't wear the Brown Sugar?
No, man. God bless those people. They wanted to be rock stars. Like the hard part was, dude, is like, but they did write good jingles. That's what makes it sad. Because in my mind, I'm like, you guys should have wrote commercial jingles, because it was kind of like they wanted to be like a Destiny's Child with mom.
Yes.
And like it's kind of sad to watch that. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to be mean, but like, mom, you either got to do your own thing or not be with the kids.
Yeah.
You can't do it, man, because all it looks like now is, oh, this lady's trying to hold on. Right? Like, that's what it looks like. Whether it is or isn't, that's what it looks like. And then like the dad was like Michael Jackson's dad. What's that cat's name?
Oh my gosh. It'll come to me in a second, but I know what you're talking about.
You know what I mean? Yeah, well, but just also like the player, like the I'm the manager guy and all that, you know, and it's like, dang, man, this just ain't gonna work the way you guys think this is gonna work. Like, I knew the whole time it wasn't gonna work that way. But they wrote those jingles for us, and they were good at writing jingles.
Yeah, they were. Like, they were super catchy. They could sing. They could
and they could sing really good. The one the one I always remember is it went like this. I like Hot 98.3. Yes. I like Paco's sketch and Vicky. Like, ooh, I like it. I was like, man, but they could sing so good. And it's like, dude, if you just wrote commercials for Lay's potato chips, you guys would be straight.
There's
like,
money
you'd be straight.
There's
yeah.
There's
but this idea that you're going to be the Destiny's Child, and then one of the girls was overweight too. That's the thing. Like, the mom was real fit, the other daughter was real fit, and then one of the girls was overweight. One of the daughters was overweight, and it's like, oh no, like people, like, if you're trying to do that thing, man, if you're trying to do that like sexy thing, that's not gonna work. That one's not gonna work. Like, back
then. Now today you could do it like Lizzo.
Yeah, or Wilson Phillips, maybe.
Yeah, you could, you know, now you could do stuff like that too. But yeah, back then it was different times, you know, we're not, you know, whatever. But that they're really good, and I would wear the shirt. I'd rock my brown sugar shirt wherever I'd go and be all happy and stuff, because I liked wearing it. It was a good shirt. They're a good group. Now, what about I'm gonna go with Aquafied Boogie. Do you remember them?
Dude, I remember Aquafied Boogie, but I don't know one of their songs.
See, that's
I just remember the guys, like, and I remember their posters. Their posters were dope. The guys were dope, but like the guys would always cruise over and try to find you. Like, oh, where's Adley at? I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know where Adley is. Don't you see him sleeping on a couch in a crappy apartment in downtown Tucson? Does my life look bad enough as it stands? Oh, no, I'm just kidding.
And they're cool because we reached out to them. I can't remember. Maybe we saw their CD at Zia's or something, and we reached out. We were writing our Too Strong and Poppin', and I want to say they were our first featured local group. I think. I could be wrong, but I think so. And it was really cool. We went out. You know, we interviewed him. We did a photo shoot downtown, and then they actually gave us that like gift box. Yeah. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, it had the Aquafied Boogie T-shirts. It had I feel like I remember cookies. Am I wrong?
No, you're not. Because we were broke. And we were like, oh my gosh, there's cookies. Dude, dude, do you remember? We are so off topic real quick. Do you remember the time? Remember when we were kids in California and you had to buy those earthquake preparedness kits? They're like $40 and it came and it had that like real hard pouch on the outside. Do you remember those?
Yes, I
do. Do you remember when we opened yours in Tucson and ate everything inside it? Do you remember that?
Oh my gosh. It was like a brick, right? It was, I've got one in my car right now. As a matter of fact, it's sitting there just in case. But yeah, we ate it because we were hungry. But thanks, Pops, for sending us an earthquake kit in Tucson. I don't know when the last earthquake was in Tucson. It's been a long. I don't think there's ever had one. But we ate those things, and it's like, think a year past the expiration date granola bar type thing. Rock hard.
Mixed with like one of those Cliff bars.
Sawdust.
One of those Cliff bars. And then one of those like, what are the power bars? That's what Paco used to eat. Remember Paco used to eat them power bars?
Oh yeah, he ate those all the time. Yeah.
It's like, bro, these taste like garbage and they're not making you buff. Why are you eating them?
Yeah, they taste awful. They're expensive too. Cliff bars are like $8 now. I ain't having that. But
I'm not eating no Cliff bar, bro.
Yeah, the earthquake kit. Oh my gosh, those. Yeah, I do remember that.
And then we drank the water because there's little water pouches. They look like Capri Suns.
Yeah.
We drink the water. That water tasted like rust.
It tasted
like,
old.
Water sucks. Yeah.
It tasted old, like it had been sitting there. But then again, dude, come on. We got rusty pipes in that apartment, probably.
I know, but we put the water in the little fridge, so that made it was like the only cold water we had in the house. We were too cheap to buy bottled water.
Yeah, and people.
Anyways, come on.
Yeah. Okay.
Who else we got on the local artist list?
Aquafied Boogie. Oh, Mad Lad. Rico Bendel. ROI.
Rico Bendel, dude. You know what? When those guys became Christian, they kept the ROI, and I was like, "What does it stand for?" Rico Bendel, and he's like, "No, it's return on investment now."
Oh,
that's
ROI.
what Theo told me. Yeah.
Hit My Dogs.
You couldn't find any of their music?
Nah, Hit My Dogs on the Horn was the kind of big one, right?
Yeah, that was their jam. They played on we played on Hot 98.3.
Yeah, we played that a couple times too, huh? Hit My Dogs on the Horn. And then they had the offshoot guy was Mankind. He had a solo album out.
Yeah.
And I remember them telling us, oh, go ahead.
Those guys. Now, see, if those guys would have written jingles for Hot 98.3 and just kept writing jingles for Hot 98.3, they would have gotten their stuff played.
Oh, yeah.
Because their music was good enough. You know what I mean? But the thing is you had if you were a local artist and you wanted to get a song played, but I feel like we did play Rico Bendel like in the mix or something like that.
Yeah, here and there we dropped some local guys in the cut. I know we did. I'm sure we did. And those guys were very organized too. And he had a barbershop, right?
Yeah, Tio's Master Cuts. I feel like that's what killed it though. Is it's like, dude, when you're a barbershop owner, that's so much responsibility. And it was a barbershop and a beauty salon too. So like, dude, and it was bumping from the time he opened it. Because he used to cut hair for what was that one everybody went to before Tio's opened?
Supercuts?
Yes, sadly, he cut his hair for Supercuts. There was a famous black barber in Tucson. I can't remember what his name was, but that's where my barber was too.
I remember
and then my barber went over to Tio's.
Yeah, but I remember because Tio's opened his shop, right? He opened it brand new.
Yeah. And then, but he was slammed from the time he was open. But dude, like at that point, it's like, are you really gonna run a record label? Oh, and he was doing an entertainment business, and he kept getting screwed by artists. And it was like, dude, like, think about it, bro. If you're like, in my mind at least, I own a barbershop, and it is crushing. And it was, dude. Like, there was always a line. Okay. Do I really care to keep getting screwed by the music industry, or can I go to work from 9 to 5 every day, leave when I feel like it, have my weekends off, take vacations because I've got 5 guys on the chairs. Everybody's paying for a chair, plus I'm cutting. Like, bro, that's a good life.
Yeah. You know? Every time, the barbers out here in Bakersfield is the same way, man. They're always packed, always busy, and it's cash, dude. It's a cash business, man. Yeah. But they were pretty organized on the music and stuff too. So it was really cool to see that. I mean, Rico Bendel was a pretty solid label. I want to say they had 3 or 4 albums out, maybe even more. But yeah,
dude, remember they'd rented out that building and like spray painted it all up, and like they have like battles in there and parties in there. Remember that? It was like their office. Wasn't there?
Oh, that you just made me think of something else. Remember Planet Z Records?
Yeah.
Do you remember going there and they'd always have rap battles and stuff?
Yep.
And the guy had like 4 records on the wall. So I don't know how many records he sold, but Zach, the guy's name was Zach. But yeah, that was another spot. We'd go there and we'd probably cover it for Too Strong and Poppin' or whatever for the magazine. And you'd get 200 kids in there all ready to just rock the mic.
I heard he got popped for something though, didn't he? Didn't he
pop for
illegal? Yeah. He get popped for coke or something.
A record store with 4 records in it.
Yeah. and the guy's always got nice clothes and drives a decent car.
Yeah. And had these hip hop battles. He probably had, did he have prize money? I don't know if he did or not.
I feel like he did. He was a cool dude though, man. Like the fact that he knew us, that when we'd walk in, he'd be like, yo, Sketch, Adley. I was like, man, that cool dude knows us.
Yeah, because he was on the underground tip. He was known. People loved that guy. He was a cool dude. Yeah, very cool. Shout out to Planet Z Fashions, I think it was called. Here's the one we've got to get to. I got to share the screen with you on this one because this guy, He would go to our events too. And I'm trying to pull it up here. Let's see. Lil Jinx.
Oh, dude, let me pause this. Hold on.
Southside Savage. Oh, man, this stuff was so good.
Dude,
so
you got
good.
the song? You got it on play?
Yeah, you guys ready? Okay, ready? This is actually, this song would get us motivated to go to the club, to go work and stuff, you know? And this would get you pumped. I mean, it get you real pumped. You ready, Mike?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Wait, hold on. I didn't know this guy sang that Southside Savage song. Why are we listening to this? Dude, play
Savage.
Do you got it? Do you got it?
Yeah, it's on here.
There it is, dude.
Lil Jinx. God, this is what, 90? There it is.
Dude, this song is the bump.
Southside Savage.
All about the cabbage. Oh yeah, man, that song was bump. I didn't know Little Jinx sang that one.
I'm gonna let it ride while we talk over it too, because Lil Jinx, Southside Savage, My Attitude Is S, and a couple other songs, but I remember those two just, man, get you pumped.
Dude, my attitude is spitty is the best one. Only he doesn't say spitty, folks. But dude, how he says it though, he's like, my attitude is spitty. My attitude is spitty. Like, it's just like, oh, dude, this is so.
Hey, do you remember? Actually, speaking of this, do you remember? If it's too loud, let me know. I'm gonna try to drop it down just another hair here. There we go. But we did a show. He did a rap show, and we did the sound.
Yeah.
It was like in a warehouse party or something.
Yeah.
They put us on the stage, and he came up. I don't even know if he knew our names. I just knew he was like.
That's when we met Brown Magic, dude. That was the event that we met Brown Magic. That event looked legit, though. I remember it looked legit, but they did call us up. Like it was in a warehouse in the middle of nowhere, but somehow it looked dope. Like it looked like something you see in a movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it had a stage where we set up our sound and everything, and it was a paid gig too.
Yeah, Otis was with us.
And I remember Lil Jinx came up. He's all, yo, dude, you doing the music? And I'm all, yeah. He's all right. I got a CD, and I was like, you don't have like a DAT or something, like like that's not gonna skip. And he's all, nah, that's all I got. And oh my gosh, dude, I had to hold the whole song. I'm holding the CD player like, please don't skip, please don't skip, please don't skip. Because dude, I mean, he's the homie and everything too, but.
Yeah, he's scary looking.
He's he
he's
don't play, dude.
Looking.
And you know what?
Man, his
attitude is Essie.
That's right. His attitude is spitty. His attitude is spitty. My attitude is spitty.
Yeah,
dude.
But woo, and it didn't skip like for the most of it. But man, they were jumping around on stage, and it was like, oh boy.
Dude, I remember. Yeah. I remember them jumping around on stage.
Yeah, and I was holding the little CD Discman. Trying to make sure.
But the thing was we had O with us, so I wasn't that scared. Because Otis was giant. I know. And I was just like, what are you gonna do?
Play football. Yeah. Oh yeah. But it was great because there was probably there had to be 500 kids in there.
There's a ton of people there
going nuts. And then Brown Magic. Now those were the Latino hip hop group. They gave us a CD, but I'll be honest, I think it was kind of a homemade CD.
Yeah.
It was okay.
It absolutely was.
Yeah. Okay. And I'm trying to remember the music, but I vaguely remember. Shout out to Brand Magic. Actually, you know what? One of the guys in it is now. I want to say he's working at one of the colleges, like Pima or something.
Really?
Like, yeah. I think that's the guy. I do remember that too. So shout out to those guys. Brown Magic. Awesome.
Yeah, dude. Brown Magic.
Do you remember, speaking of local groups?
Hold on, I remember when we'd bag on Brown Magic and you'd go, hey, dude, I got to go to the bathroom. I got to make some Brown Magic. Remember that?
Oh, geez. Yeah, that was funny. That's I'm turtlenecking, bro. Got some Brown Magic. No offense to the group. Sorry.
I know. God bless Brown Magic. We were
juvenile.
Jerks.
Okay.
Jerks. That's completely uncalled for.
We're just being funny.
Exactly. Being mean. Jerks.
Do you remember there was another
Hold on,
group,
dude, put it
back to Southside Savage or
let me fix this. There we go.
My attitude is isse.
I mean, if you want to do My Attitude is Issy or Southside Savage, but I don't want to look at a record.
Oh, yeah, my bad. Okay, so there was another group, and I cannot remember the name of them, but they had a song called T. It was the initials Tucson, so T.U.S. whatever.
Oh, bro, if I can't remember anyone's name from back then.
Yeah, okay, but they kept bugging me. They'd show up to the club. Yo, when are you gonna play our stuff on the radio? And Mike remembers, dudes would get persistent, almost mad if you didn't play their stuff. I'm like, dude, look, I don't have control of the music, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Wait, hold on. Do they still do that now at the radio station? Because you still work at a radio station. People don't bother you?
It's all emails or whatever, so there's no in-person stuff. You know what I mean? It's
oh
email,
my gosh.
It's hitting you up on Instagram or whatever.
Dudes would bother us so bad to play their music. Like you'd be at the club going pee in the bathroom, and they come up next to you in the bathroom, like, hey man, you gonna play this song? It's like, bro, I'm peeing. What are you doing?
That is no lie, too. I mean, they would, and everywhere they'd be play my stuff. So, I was like, man, the song's whatever. I'm not hating on it, whatever. But it's your regular local artist stuff. Anyways, so I have my paycheck, right? And you remember, they weren't very big.
Oh, I think I remember the story.
Do you remember this? And I was like, I got to check. I got to cash it, right? I got to cash my check. So I'm like, all right, let's go. I'm sure you were with me. But it's like, all right, let's go to Bank of America, whatever, over here. And I'm waiting in line. I'm all like, okay, here's my $17 check for 30 hours of work or whatever it was. Not a lot of money. But go up to the thing. The teller calls me. Come on, you're next. I'm all right. Go up there. Hey, can you cash this? And the guy says, I will if you play my stuff on the radio.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, are you kidding me? Of all the people, of every bank, every teller, it was the one dude that's all, yeah, I'll cash it if you play my stuff on the radio. And I was like, ugh. And then he looked, he's like, ooh, you don't make a lot of money, do you?
Well, if you guys want to know how to get your stuff on the radio, listen to the beginning of the episode. I think I made Adley uncomfortable with it, but you'll hear how you got on the radio if you really want to get on the radio. and there better be some cocaine and pay and strippers involved, or you're not getting on the radio. I don't care how good you sound.
There's a lot of shadiness. There's no doubt about that.
I don't know about
back
current
then.
Day radio. Back then it was, whoo.
Yeah.
But dude, when you were telling me that story about the bank teller, I had something, and now I can't remember it. Hold on.
Yeah, and I remember it vividly. Just the guy looking at me like, just play I will if you play my stuff on the radio.
I got it. So here's the next thing I want you guys to understand. If your 5 friends tell you that your song is the jam and you're better than Eminem or whatever they tell you, do not take that to the club and ask the DJ to play it. Don't do that. Because I will say this, the few times when dudes would finally cross that line and I'd be like, I'm done, bro. It would be the times when they'd be like, play my song, play my song, play my song. And you knew their song was going to eat a fat bag of crap. Because here's how dance clubs work, you guys. People go there to hear music they know. Think about when you're at a wedding. You know the YMCA. Like you want to hear what they're playing on the radio. And I don't care how good your thing sounds to everyone. Ain't nobody going to dance to it the first time they hear it. And me and Adley knew that. So if people bothered us enough, we'd be like, okay, here we go. And we put their song on. And the dance, it was dance floor cancer. Like that was dance floor cancer.
Wait a sec. You did this to somebody.
I did this to several people.
You brought them on stage. Like I'm picturing The Rock. You bring them on stage. And you look at me up at the DJ booth like, hey, when I'm going to introduce the song, introduce the group right now. And then when I tell you to play it. And I'm all like, all right. And yeah, Mike can be like, all right, you guys, we got a special song we're going to play right now. And it's from homie, blah, blah, blah. It's his crew. He's rapping on it and stuff. And I want you guys to check it out. And he was all like excited, like, yeah, check me out. I'm on stage. There's 500 people checking me out. And
dude, I was gassing this guy up so much too. I gassed him up in front of this crowd. Like I gave him the what? You know what I mean? I gave him the sketch, bro. Like I gave him that $5,000. I treated this man like he was ludicrous. Because I'm like, I want to pump you up, bro. Because these kids never heard this song. All right, go ahead.
And then I'm just gonna say it. I go to push play, boom. and just all of a sudden it's like the Red Sea parting. Boo. Boo. And if you know the hip hop crowd, if they don't like your music, they're gonna let you know. And it was boo. And I swear the guy almost cried. And looking back at the poor guy's like, wait, come on, man. It's and he just got so ashamed and sad and stuff.
It was like the Sandman Sims on the Apollo, you know, on the Showtime at the Apollo when the Sandman Sims comes out and pulls off the comedian because he sucks.
Yeah.
Like Sandman Sims should have shown up at the Rock that night. But dude, here's the thing. This is what drives me the most mad about that story. Then he goes out in the streets and tells everybody, "Oh man, I lit up the Rock. Man, even Sketch and Adelaide were telling all those kids how good I was doing, man. You know, they wanted to be around me and because they had to gas me up." I'm like, oh my gosh, you sucked.
It's sad, bro. It's sad. But you know what?
Hold on.
That's how they learn.
That's not a nice way to learn. But here's the thing. That wasn't the only thing people would do. Like everybody thought they were a DJ. Remember that time that dude came up and he's like, "I work for BET. You got to let me on the mic." And I was like, bro, you don't want to be on the mic. And he's like, "I work for BET. You got to let me on the mic." And he kept going. I was like, bro, I'm telling you, it's a rough crowd. Like I know it looks like I'm doing it right, but I got magic, bro. Like I'm a superhero, man. My fingers shoot lightning. Like it ain't for everybody. And he's like, "Come on." So then I give him the mic and he's like, "Hey, everybody," you know, and he puts a command out to the crowd. Nobody follows him. Like, "Put your hands up." Nobody put their hands up. "Make some noise." Nobody made noise. He's like, "I'm going to turn this music off if y'all don't start making noise." And then you looked at me and I was like, "Don't turn that music off." I was like, "Sorry, bro. It didn't work out for you." And I grabbed the mic from him. Oh, man. Rough.
Are you sure I didn't turn the music off? I wonder if I did for a second. And people were like, "Boo, play the music, boo." And they're just like, "Hey, 3 seconds, bro, with no music, but it's back on, man." Yeah, sorry, but
maybe,
come on, man.
Maybe you did do that. I can see you doing that just to drive the nail deeper in that poor guy's heart. Like, you're not famous. We are. Like,
ain't nobody know who you are. And you guys, DJs know. You've got your go-to jams, your go-to crate back in the day. Now it's your go-to file on your Serato of like, this is what makes people put their drink down and get to the
These
dance
are
floor.
bangers.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, these are bangers.
These are save my ass crate. That's like, all right, yeah. So after that, you go to that. But he just, man, I maybe people just think it's easy.
It's dance. Dude, I'll tell you this much. It's dance floor poison when these people get out there. And the thing is like, it sucks because we're talking about our old jobs like we were longshoremen or like we were explorers or something. Like, oh, it's so hard. Okay, we played records and people like told us how awesome we were, but it takes a lot of skill to get a crowd cranking. And the more hood that crowd is, the harder that crank is. Because if you're like at a sorority party, you just put "Hey Ya" on and don't worry, it's good. After that, put the Grease soundtrack, you're done. Don't worry, you go home. You go home paid. Yeah, Footloose, Grease soundtrack, Sublime. Money's raining on you. When you're playing for a hood crowd, you're digging ditches. You're digging ditches. And they let you know you're digging ditches.
They let you know. That is absolutely true. Hey, man, well, we're coming up on an hour, and I know we've got some other stuff to talk about.
Yeah, come on.
Again, we can keep going on that stuff, too, because I just thought of a couple other stories. You want to keep rolling with Lil Jinx?
No, I want to talk about news stories. Let's talk about some news stories.
Background music, my bad. Okay.
Oh, I'll give you the G-Funk. Hold on, let me give you the G-Funk.
Okay. While you're doing that, I'm going to talk about this real quick. And I feel like this is big news. Amazon is now not requiring drug tests for marijuana if you're going to work there. And I'm
Hallelujah.
But I'm thinking, is that what the future is going to be? I mean,
is everybody baked at work?
Because I'm thinking I've experimented with marijuana a few times. But I'm no good, man. The last thing I'm going to want to do is work. The last thing. And you're going to sit, now you're saying Amazon, this has got to be.
Bro, I promise you this. When was the last time you went out to dinner and had a waiter serve you?
It's been a while, but I don't know, a month ago.
That cat was high. Okay, you know that pizza shop you took me to in Bakersfield where you and your kid make the pizza together?
Yeah.
All them kids making that pizza, they're high, bro. Trust me. They went in the back of that restaurant and they blaze. Especially in California where it's legal.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, all I gotta do is eat a couple of these gummies, and now I don't have to listen to Henry yell at me all night. Well, I told you, Patricia, you're supposed to put 7 pepperonis, not 8 pepperonis. Henry, I'm making $7 an hour, man. You gotta start figuring out that I don't care about this place. Somebody give me one of them gummies. Come on.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, no, that's a good point too, because it's anti-anxiety, mellows you out. So I guess maybe it's kind of finding the right level.
I don't know, bro. I don't want people getting high before they come to my shop. Like, I'm being honest with you. And we've got the goods at my shop to take care of the business. And I'm like, you don't use that while you're at the shop. You use that when you leave the shop. You cannot use that while you're at the shop.
Keep it recreational.
But yeah, but you can't recreate while you're in the shop. If you're working, you ain't recreating. That's the way it goes.
Yeah. Now, do you think, this is one thing I was thinking about, do you think Amazon, they're not testing for weed, so they don't care, I guess? Now what happens when something happens, like an accident?
An accident?
Yeah.
Well, dude, okay, so I don't know. This is it's a weird thing, right? Because when I first opened my new shop, right? So like the shop you see me in Westview, that I had to move my shop a couple months ago. So when I was moving my shop, the last night before I opened the new shop, I'm working my butt off and I'm like freaking out. I'm like, man, I got to work harder. So I had these gummies and they were recreational gummies, right? But they were supposed to give you energy. And I'd taken one before and it did give me energy, but without the recreation, if you will.
Okay.
Well, this time I'm like, crap, man, I really want energy. So I ate 2 of them. And before I knew it, bro, I was an Alice in Wonderland marijuana high. I was so baked. I was baked out of my skull. And I'm like, I'm never getting this done. I'm going to be a failure. I'm sitting on the ground, like all freaking out. And then I was like, why do I feel this way? I'm like, oh my gosh, I shouldn't have eaten 2 of those gummies. So I called Cheryl and asked her if her and the kids could come down and help. And they did, God bless them. My point in telling you that story is this. I don't necessarily think people should work high. I just don't. Like, you're not going to be productive. But at the same time, that's the nerd's answer, right? Like, if I want to be funny and cool, then yeah, man, poof the ganga, baby. Like, this is Bob Marley. Hope you're making my coffee. But realistically, dude, if I'm high, like, I'm not paying attention to stuff.
I can't function. No. There's no way. Being on the air at a radio station, I'd be like, what am I doing here? What's in the refrigerator? I'll be back and I'll probably disappear. But then you think about alcohol. Alcohol's legal too. You do it after work. There was a guy, I don't know if you knew Slick, big afro. He'd have beer and he would say like, well, as long as it's not in the studio, and I guess there was no rule against it. You could have a beer, just leave it in the hallway or whatever. And I'm thinking like, you sound better when you've been drinking. You know what I mean? On the air, it's like, this guy sounds like he's having a party. You know what I mean? But too much is a bad thing.
Was that the dude that used to wear the cleats all the time? What was that guy's name?
The cleats.
Yeah, he wore cleats. He was a DJ at one of the Mexican stations. All right, so let's get back to this. Can you get high at work? I don't think, dude, I don't know, bro. I will say this. If my packages start slowing down, Amazon's going to hear about it. If my packages start slowing down, Amazon, you better get these guys off the poof.
Yeah, if productivity lags, there's going to be a problem.
That's the
people want their merch, their stuff, and we want it quickly. So I guess if it doesn't affect the performance of the business or you personally, then okay. Now,
bro, when you're ordering on Amazon, do you ever like go to click and then like you're cashing out and you're like, man, 3 days? What do I live in Beirut? What's wrong with you?
Yes. Oh, come on. Yeah. Before it'd be like 3 days would be like, you wish you'd get stuff in 3 days, but now forget it. 3 days. I want it today. I think they fudged the numbers because I ordered one of those lights because You know how good Mike looks right now? It's because he's got a good light. So Mike's like, you need to get a good light. And I'm all right. So I ordered one, and I think I ordered it. I'm going to say I even ordered it Tuesday night. No, maybe even yesterday. I don't know. But it's all, okay, you'll get it by Sunday. And right before we started, ding dong, there it is. And I'm like, crap, it's in a box. So they plan it knowing that you can get it in a day or two. However, they want you to pay the extra $8 so you can get it tomorrow. They try to fool you into that, even though they know you're going to get it tomorrow or the next day anyway. So,
dude, do you have Prime?
Huh? No, I don't have Prime.
Dude, Prime.
I've had it before.
All the shipping is ill on Prime. Like it's like, hey man, you like shipping? Don't worry about it. We got you, homeboy. It's like, word, I love you, Prime. But anyways, oh Joe, we played the song at the beginning of the show, dude.
We can play it
again.
You
missed it. We can play it again.
We can play it again.
But anyways, yeah, dude. So Prime, I'll tell you this. Amazon, you want to let your guys puff the good because Elon Musk is smoking and now you're divorced Jeff Bezos. I bet you Jeff Bezos starts smoking. That's why. 100%, dude.
Interesting.
Nah, not interesting. Jeff Bezos, this is what happened. Jeff Bezos, he went to Burning Man, right? Because that's what the old nerds do, right? Like they're like, oh, look at me, I'm going to Burning Man. But they have like a suite at Burning Man, you know what I mean? And like flying in a helicopter. And he was there, and they're like, hey, man, you want some of this ayahuasca? He's like, no, bro, I can't get down with that. I'm like, all right, you want some of this LSD? He's like, nope, I don't touch that type of stuff. And so then he was like, what about poofing on this good? And he's like, okay, you know what? I saw Elon Musk do it, so it must be okay. So he started puffing on it, right? And then he was like, man, this music sounds so much better because I'm stoned. All right, everybody should get stoned. They're like, hey, man, we can't say that. We're Amazon. Like, we sell baby toys and Bibles and stuff. So don't be saying stuff like that. He's like, okay, well, how can I say it without saying it? Well, you can't be a hypocrite. If you're going to smoke at work, let everybody smoke at work. Bang, homeboy. That's exactly what happened.
That had to be how it went down. Oh, my gosh. Do you think a bunch of Amazon employees were like, yay?
I feel like a bunch of Amazon employees were like, that wasn't already the rule? Dog, if all you're doing is sliding boxes all day and listening into freaking
whatever
the baby or whatever, like, what do you think you're doing? It's like, man, hey guys, I gotta go. Especially in California where it's legal. Like, come on. And Seattle's their headquarters. Bro, Seattle's a pot smoking town, bro.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Bakersfield's, up there too, I'm sure. And we got an Amazon, 15 minutes from where I'm sitting. Maybe 20, but really close.
Dude, Bakersfield ain't a pot smoking town like
Seattle.
Seattle's
Seattle's
a pot smoking town, dude. Like it's like, dude, and it's such a dope town too. Like, dude, half Asians run the place. I got off the airplane, they treat me like I was a celebrity, dude. I'm not kidding you. It is insane, dude. Like, we went on the Ducky tour, and me and Sherilyn walked up, and the lady that was selling Ducky tour tickets, she was like, "Oh, weren't you here on Wednesday?" She had an Australian accent. I was like, "Ma'am, I've only been here like this is my first day." She goes, "Oh, it must have been your brother then." And I was like, "I'm from Pittsburgh. Like, I'm not from here." She goes, "Oh, you look just like the other guy, dude." I must look like a famous person in that town because people treated me superbly in that place. I got free food. Dude, I got free seafood. I got free poke.
Whoa.
Yeah, and it was fresh, dude, from Alaska. Bro, I'm telling you, it is a half Asian paradise in my city, Seattle. Now, Pittsburgh, that's where my love is. Don't get it twisted. I'm never leaving this place. You got to burn the city down to get rid of me. But Seattle, my goodness, man. You would rule the place. Half Asian, dude, they look at you like
Hapa paradise.
Dude, they look at you like you're Dude, they look at you like you're a beautiful person. Dude, we went to church on Sunday, and there was an old mixed couple, old Japanese lady, old white man. They must have been like 95 years old. I was like, man, you guys been getting down like this since that long ago? Good for you.
Yeah.
Dude, everybody looks at you like you're normal. You don't have to worry about the cops. Oh, man, I love me Seattle. It's beautiful. I'm telling you, man, you got to visit. You got to visit.
Don't worry about the cops. That's great.
All right, how do we get on this? How do we get this far away? Oh, because we're talking about Amazon.
Now, listen, we do have another topic. If you want to finish up the Amazon.
I know. Hold on. Let's wrap up this Amazon, and then we'll get to our other topic. Dude, come on. Yay or nay? Amazon pot smokers. Give me your
I'm saying
final answer.
As long as I get my items when they're supposed to get there, and it's not messed up or broken where I have to return it, and I have no problem with it. I don't see what the problem is. You know what I mean? You know,
no long shipping times, and Amazon Prime TV services. Y'all got to start putting out more seasons of Bosch and more seasons of Jack Ryan. But other than that, Amazon, keep it like it is. And if they're poofing the good, what do I care? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe Snoop will endorse them, or Willie Nelson, or somebody cool like that. I don't know if Willie Nelson's cool, but all right. What's the next one? I forgot.
Okay.
Sorry.
Now the other thing we're talking about too was Anheuser-Busch is going to help the government get everybody vaccinated. So if we hit 70% vaccination in the United States, Anheuser-Busch is going to buy everybody a beer that's 21 and over. Do you go get vaccinated? Do you go get vaccinated
for the beer?
Yeah.
Do they only give it to vaccinated people? They're giving everybody a beer.
I don't know. You know what? Let me look that up while you're thinking about it. But
I feel like they're giving everybody a beer because, like, what are you going to do? Show your card? Like, hey man, I got vaccinated. It's like, all right, well, that's like a non-utopian society, bro. They can't ask for your card. I don't think.
Yeah, that's a whole other thing because I've actually got vaccinated, and but the country's at like 62, 63%, something like that. So there's still 7% more of the country needs to be vaccinated. In my opinion, it's going to be very difficult to get to 70 because everybody that wanted or is going to get the vaccines got it because there's no excuse to not get it if you want it.
Listen, this is what I'm going to say. Like, and I agree with you on the whole who should be vaccinated, who shouldn't be vaccinated. But here's what I'm going to say. If you're going to give me free beer, just give me the damn free beer and stop talking about it. I don't give a good god darn what the heck you're trying to tell me about some bull S. I don't care what your beliefs are in this vaccination. I heard free beer. That's what I heard. Now don't take back, bro. If I'm not drinking a free beer, you're going to be kissing a free you know what. I need a free beer. America, get vaccinated so I can have my free beer.
That's what I was going to say. You got to tell me to get vaccinated.
Listen.
70% by 4th of July.
Listen, I want my free beer. Haven't you ever wanted to go to Anheuser-Busch? Like, you hear them stories where people are like, oh, we went to the museum, and then at the end, you get all the beer you can drink. I'm like, where is this place?
Yes, where is this place?
All the breweries do stuff like that. Dude, when me and Sharon were in Milwaukee, all the breweries did that, but Sharon doesn't drink beer. So I'm like, well, that would be boring.
Yeah, you got to take her out to Central California through Napa Valley and all that stuff for the wine tours.
Nah, she don't like liquor. But here's the thing, bro. Free beer? Give it up, Anheuser-Busch. Don't be an Anheuser liar. I had enough of your bull stuff, Anheuser-Busch. Listen, Anheuser-Busch, you broke my heart several times in my life. So don't do it again. This is my PSA to Anheuser-Busch, by the way. Listen, Anheuser-Busch, you've broken my heart several times in my life. You know what? I remember a time when I was playing Anchorman, and it was filled with Anheuser-Busch products. And Adelaide wasn't there that night, but I was still talking crap like Adelaide was there. And I vomited all your Anheuser-Busch. So you owe me at least one. Get vaccinated, America. How you like that?
I love that. I just honestly, I don't know if it's going to happen. We've got a month to do it. July 4th. It's so that's 31 days from today.
Wait, they put a timeline on this?
Yep, 4th of July.
Nah, that's cheap, bro. That's cheap. Anheuser-Busch, you got the beer money.
Yeah, they got plenty.
They're trying to bribe us.
Yeah, it makes them look good, right? It's a publicity stunt a little bit, don't you think?
It only makes them look good if I get a free beer.
Do you think it might happen?
Anheuser-Busch. Man, you're trying to tell people they have to get vaccinated now. Look, I'm all for the vaccination, but I'm for the freedom, baby. I'm an American. In America, I believe in freedom. If you want to get vaccinated. If you don't. I ain't going to judge it because I'm vaccinated. So that means I'm not going to catch your COVID. None of my business. I'm being honest with you.
Right.
Or if I do catch your COVID, it ain't going to mess me up that bad. I'm good. You're the one that decided that you want to be on a ventilator. And I'm not mad at that decision you've made. But it ain't going to be my decision. But I still want my free beer. I get my damn free beer out of this, bro. Anheuser-Busch is going to welch on this bet, bro. I'm telling you right now. Mark my words. Mark my words, Adelaide. These fools at Anheuser-Busch, they're going to welch on that bet, dude. Because here's why, bro. Corporations do stuff like that. Stringing us along. Don't string me along, Anheuser-Busch. I don't even know what kind of beer they make. What kind of beer does Anheuser-Busch make?
It's Budweiser, right? I think
Don't
Budweiser,
they make Busch
Bud
and
Light.
Busch Light?
Probably.
That's probably what they're going to give us, the Busch
Now, what
Light. It's
about-
like, bro, I don't want none of that natty ice. That's the thing. You don't know all the beers they make. They might make natty ice.
They're
And
gonna
that
give
might
you
be the
natty
free
ice.
beer they
Oof.
give you.
Oof.
Yeah, man. Because they didn't
Yeah.
tell you what kind of beer. Listen, Anheuser-Busch, you can't be playing me like that. Don't be giving me no like college swill. I'm an
PBR.
adult now.
Oh my
Hey,
God.
Pat's Blue Ribbon won a ribbon at some time, so it must be delicious beer. Dude, there's a beer in Pittsburgh called Iron City, and everybody calls it Iron. My attitude is shabeepy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And everybody was like, "Hey, Flush twice. The Iron City Brewery plant isn't far. It's too far away." But anyways, it's in Polish Hill. It's in my borough. It's right down the street from me. But they stopped making beer there, and now I hear they're going to start making beer again there. That beer
Yeah.
sucks, dude. That
Is
beer
it
is
bad?
awful. Oh my gosh, dude. That every single beer they've ever made in the history of them making beer tastes like skunk urine.
Ooh-wee.
man.
So yeah, so if it's July 4th and Anheuser-Busch and they say, well, we made it to 69.9999%, so no free beer.
Or what if they're like, hey, we made it to 95.777. If we only made it to 70, y'all were going to get a Keystone Ice. But since we made it so good, we're going to give you this brand new beer that nobody's tasted. It tastes so good that even beer snobs will like it and regular Joes will like it. It's a secret formula, and we're going to put it on the market under Arrogant Bastard Beer. But y'all get to have it, America. And we're going to call it America Beer.
Ah. So here's the last thing before we close, Mike.
All right.
We still got
Big Andy.
yes. So before we do that, before we move on to the next thing, and the final thing is, will we hit 70%? I say no.
You say we will not get the 70% vaccination.
I say we won't get it.
All right, hold on, man. So let's talk about this. Like, because I never talk about it. Because, you know, I run a shop. I have to be very diplomatic about things. But in my shop, you're allowed to talk about whatever political idea you have, whatever religious idea you have, no matter what. You're allowed to talk about it, and no one's allowed to argue about it. Because I hate that idea of like, no religion, no politics. It's like, yeah, but people really like religion and politics. But that being said, the masks, the vaccine, all that stuff is so polarizing. I know people that are like, I'll never take that vaccine. And then I have to be like, well, I only take it because I want to go to Canada and see my family. And it's like, but you know what? I don't know if I'm telling the truth because I feel like I would have got the vaccine. I feel like I would have. Because, like, dude, it's like having a gun when you don't need a gun. You know what I mean? When you see some sketchy people and you're like, man, I think those guys got the vid. But you got your mask on, you're walking past them, and they just look like Corona, bro. It's just like, hey, I'm a coronavirus. And you're like, bro. And then they start creeping on you. You're like, oh, no, man. This dude's definitely not doing that 6 foot thing. Come on, man. You know 6 feet ain't arm's length. When you've been vaccinated, you don't
I've been vaccinated. You know what, too? And this is a funny thing, though, when you mentioned that, because I was thinking, got cut off in traffic today. And I kind of like gave the guy a look, and I'm like, oh, but then I'm thinking like, dude, what if he wants to fight me? Then I'm like, oh, Corona. I think I got tested for the Corona. So maybe he wouldn't want to fight me. You think that'd work?
That was your way to get out of a fight.
Yeah. Start coughing and stuff like, oh man, I've been having a fever, but I'm still angry. And then they'd be like, you know what? Get in your car and go. Leave.
Yeah, I would just hit him with my car. Like, I don't have to do Corona, bro. If this dude's coming to fight me, I can't beat him up. He's coming to fight me, and I can't beat him up. Dude, if you hit a dude with your car, nobody gets in trouble. It's just like, hey, man, it was an accident. Like, but if you hit a dude with a bat, now that's manslaughter, friend.
That's on purpose. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, with that.
Wait, hold on. We got to wrap up this beer thing before with that.
Okay.
So you say 70%.
I
now,
say we
here's the
won't
thing.
hit 70.
No, but do you think we're gonna get to 70%?
I don't think so.
You don't think we're gonna get herd immunity?
I don't think so voluntarily.
Wow. Do you think the government's gonna come in and make people take it?
They can't, right?
Bro, they've done a lot of stuff in this past year.
I don't want to get political, but I don't know. But I think voluntarily by July 4th, the deadline to get the free beer, we will definitely not hit it. I hope we do, right? I mean, it'd be nice to be 70%.
I feel like Pennsylvania's getting pretty close.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think like Texas and Florida, they're like, nah, man, we don't take that thing.
There's certain states that are just not going to do it. And
that's the beer we're not going to get.
Thanks, guys.
Anheuser-Busch knew it wasn't going to happen, dude. They knew it.
Yeah, we'll see. But
they made it sound all patriotic, right? Like July 4th, if America gets vaccinated, everybody gets a free beer. And what does everybody love on July 4th? A beer. First of all, you didn't tell us what brand beer, mother effer. You didn't tell us which one it was. And you make some crappy beer and some decent beer. So I don't believe that phenomenal beer story I told you is going to happen, Adley. I was lying. Sorry, I was lying. I don't think they like us. I think they're a big corporation playing us for suckers. Look at those Americans. Watch this. July 4th. Is that how you say 4th? July 4th. What day is that again? That's how un-American those people are. I don't know. That's mean. I shouldn't say that.
Who knows?
But I do think it's I think it's a scam. I think it's a scam. I think they know we're not going to get to 70%.
Yeah, I think we're just not going to get there. But hey, we got to move on.
All right. Sorry. I held this too long. Go ahead.
Are you guys? Because we're hour 20, man. This is a record for us. We got to show up. I mean, we've gotten DMs for people telling us we want to see more of this guy, which is insane.
Dude, here's the thing. The longer we go, the easier it is for me to cut this up and put it on Clapper. It just gives me so much more. Like, I'm just like, oh, thank God, there's more content.
Speaking of Clapper.
Yes.
There he is, ladies and gentlemen.
Clapper. Wait.
Back by popular demand.
Wait, hold on a sec. Can put us in double without Andy real quick.
Okay, remove Andy.
Yeah, just real quick. Hey, I love Clapper, Adley. Don't you?
Love Clapper.
Oh my gosh, dude. It's so much fun to be on that app. Even when we're on our podcast, we can't stop talking about it. But one thing I'll tell you is this. Every week, we always beg one Clapper celebrity in particular to come on our podcast. Who is it, Adley?
This time, it's Big Andy 706.
Every time it's Big Andy 706. Big Andy, what's cracking, baby? Come on, when are you coming on our show? It's driving me crazy, bro.
Oh my gosh. You want to hear from him?
Absolutely. Now, hold on. What does the video say on it? What does that say on the screen?
I'm single.
That is a lie.
Unbelievable.
That is a bold-faced lie, dude. I'm so mad at the ladies of Clapper. I am so mad at the ladies of Clapper. I've been calling, 1, for this man to find a girlfriend, and 2, for him to come on our show.
All right, let's see what he has to say.
Come on, Andy.
Here we go.
Cheer us up.
Hey, Clapper family. I'm looking for a female by single. I want a good guy. Let me know I am 44. I am on disability, though. But if you're single and want a good guy, get to know me, follow me, and like my post, and DM me.
And DM him. DM him as well.
Is there more?
Oh, I guess there is.
Oh, yeah. Ooh.
There it is. There it is right there.
Ladies. Oh, there you go.
My Mercedes. All right, come on. Like, I don't know. Because here's the thing. I do dig Big Andy. But sometimes he gets a little too over the line. You know what I mean? With the ladies. You're not feeling that way, huh?
He's just a single guy trying to find love. And nothing's wrong with that.
Bro, but I feel like he gets a little too far over the line. And then, like, he's on disability. So I'm like, I don't want to, I don't want to be mean to Big Andy for the way that he presents himself to ladies. But at the same time, I feel like he should be called accountable. Do you agree with me on this or no?
Explain accountable.
He should have a little more respect for ladies.
Respectful?
He should wear a shirt in his videos, first of all. He doesn't ever wear a shirt.
That's part of the sex appeal. Ladies need to see what they're going to get.
I feel like he'd do better if he covered up if he's trying to find a lady. Right or wrong? Like,
I don't know. Because I'm the single guy here, and when you go on the dating profiles and stuff, there's certain pictures, angles. Just give me something recent. That's all I'm asking for. I'd rather because Mike, before you were married, you'd talk to a girl or whatever. You'd be like, oh, what do you? And you remember back to the radio stations, you'd be on the request line. Oh, what do you look like? Oh, I look like a mix of J-Lo and Mariah Carey. Like, ooh, she's going to be hot. All right, we meet at the Waffle House. I get off at 2 a.m. And you get to Waffle House, and you get right back in your car. You do not look like J-Lo and Mariah Carey mixed together.
Dude, I don't understand why they always did that, though. It's like, you do understand, I will see you in an hour. At which point, I will know you've been lying to me. So nothing's going to change my mind at that point. We got catfish before it was cool to be catfished. Look at that. Yeah, we're the original catfishes. Whatever's going to make this podcast blow up, tag it to us, please. I just squinted my eyes last time. But anyways,
I look like Foxy Brown, just a little thicker. Woo! A lot thicker.
All right, hold on. So I've never been single when dating apps were a thing. You go on these things on Tinder and all that?
No, I don't go on Tinder, but I've been on. I go to the free ones. I'll just be honest. Whichever one I get out for free. I'll do my Match.com free 30-day trial, and then I'm out. I'm out.
Right, how
I
about
go
this,
hard
dude?
for 30 days, and then I'm out.
Check this out. What about this? What about Filipinos trying to find Filipino love, dude? I saw this YouTube page and this Facebook page where these ladies are looking for an American husband. There are a bunch of Filipino pretty young girls. What if we put you on there? Can we put you on there?
Oh my goodness.
Come on, man. Let's put you on there and we'll do like a progress report every week.
This sounds like 90 Day Fiance right here.
No, bro, like we'll just be like, all right, who's popping at Adley? You know what I mean? And like if there's someone dope, then that's cool. But if it's whack, then it's like, okay, no. We don't want to know who's popping at Adley. Like if it's all nothing but whack, but it might be even funnier though if it's all whack. You know what I mean? Like if it's older ladies, like super old.
I'm always down. I'm always down for stuff.
Are you down for this, dude? I'm being honest with you.
Yeah.
I'm being totally honest with you.
Hey, and just a side note, speaking of meeting chicks, that's where we need to bring Earn Dollars on. And I know he's married now, not trying to put him on blast. This is 20 something years ago, but we've got a couple good stories too. We need to talk about. I want Earn Dollars on our episode 22. You know why? What's 22?
70% of podcasts don't make it to episode 21.
Ooh, okay. I'm down.
So
and
if we had him on episode 22, that'd be the celebration. Like, look, man, we made it. You know what I mean?
We've already got a shout out ready. So close to season 2. BRF official. We're getting there.
I don't know when we're getting to season 2, but I do know this. Let's get back to this Big Andy so we can close the show.
Yeah,
look, man, come on. Okay, listen, Big Andy, and I'm being honest now. Big Andy is on disability, and that's I don't know what that means or why he's on it. It's none of my business, quite frankly. Nor should I even know that information. However, I think he's looking for like the wrong kind of love because every time I see him in a video with a girl, she's always like a stripper or a bot. Dude, I've seen him spit at like several bots.
Huh. Now, yeah, so what you're saying is instead of saying I'm on disability, you should say I have steady income.
Ooh, that's not bad. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Now, right? Now you should probably have like a cool shirt. Like, see, right now I have my Santa Cruz shirt. Like, I always rock cool shirts, dude. Like, I always rock cool shirts on the pod. I even take a shower before the pod. But that's irrelevant. Wow. I do, dude. Like, I prepare for the pod like the club. I'm not talking about that right now. I'm talking about my man, Big Andy. So wear a shirt, Big Andy. Like, but get a cool shirt like this. Like, look at how cool that shirt is, man. That's the old Santa Cruz label. Like, there wasn't a cooler skateboard than that, Big Andy. In fact, Big Andy, I will buy you this shirt. You tell me what size you are, I'll buy you this shirt. You rock it in your videos. Dude, the ladies are going to think that's dope. Right or wrong?
Guaranteed getting messages in the DM. Guaranteed.
All right. Now, what about a hat or something? Because he has that kind of messed up hair, and I don't know if he, has the facilities to be able to do it.
You want me to bring him back up on the screen here real quick?
No, because we can imagine what he looks like. Trust me.
I can see him
So
out of the
maybe a
corner of my
hat.
eye.
And then look,
Okay.
look, and then his dientes need something, right? Like there's something going on with them dientes, and I'm not lying.
Yeah.
So if you say words in Spanish, they don't seem as harsh.
Right.
So what about we hit up Paul Wall and see if we can get him a Grizzy?
Oh, that would be something. Get a little floss going because that's what he needs. I agree with it. And I'm just looking at his background. Is where's he at? Like a hotel? Where?
I'm assuming he's in the hospital because I had somebody say pray for Big Andy. He's in the hospital when I posted our Big Andy, please come on our podcast video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so I said, yeah, I'm praying. So like that's the thing with
Okay.
Big Andy. It's like, all right, Big Andy, we gotta start figuring some stuff out here, brother. So
yeah.
but
Let
we can
us
do that
help
when he
you.
comes on the podcast. Exactly.
Yeah.
Let us help you, Big
help
Andy.
us help.
No, let us help you, Big Andy. Dude, how about
an
this?
idea. I got a great idea.
I got a great idea.
Me?
I got a great idea. Hold on. Kill the Big
okay,
Andy thing because it's slowing down. It slows down your Wi-Fi. I realize what's making you skip. Whenever you have a second story up, it makes you skip. So kill the Big Andy. All right.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. See, now you're shiny again. All right. Tell me if we have the same idea. Should we do it on 3, 2, 1 like Step Brothers?
Yeah. Give me the countdown.
All right. 3, 2, 1. You
Double
go on
date.
that Filipino website. Yeah, you go on the Filipino website, find some Filipino tasties, and see if they've got a hookup for Andy.
Oh, pretty similar. Because I was thinking like,
yeah, pretty
all right,
close. Pretty close.
We'll double date. We'll try to find
close.
2 girls to go out with us
on the Filipino website.
Okay.
Bart's on here. Look, we've got a Filipino already watching right there.
Yeah.
Dude, Bart gave the thumbs up about that. Bart's the hop I was telling you about last week. Remember when I told you I had a hop ollie working for me, but he was raised by whites?
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah. Bart, Adelaide finds that word offensive. I don't.
Hey, Bart, have you heard of a place called Jolly Bees?
No, he doesn't know. He doesn't know that culture. But if you ask him about hip hop, he knows that.
Ooh,
he was raised by whites, bro. Remember? That's
another episode. We'll test.
Dude,
test
you know who he introduced me to? People Under the Stairs. Oh, he said, "Yep, he does know Jollibee."
Oh, you do? Okay. I thought it was a Cali thing.
Maybe I try to protect Bart too much. No, he's in Pittsburgh.
It's a fast food Filipino place. People Under the Stairs mentioned it. Oh, so People Under the Stairs is a Filipino group? Okay.
No, they're not. They're an underground hip hop group with a Filipino guy in it. Dude, you would love People Under the Stairs. Bart introduced me to People Under the Stairs.
I will check that out.
Bart has good taste in music. Bart was a DJ when he was young.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Bart was a half Asian DJ when he was young. All right, come on. What were we talking about again? People Under the Stairs.
Big Andy, Double Date.
Oh, Big Andy. That's it. Big Andy, Double Date.
Filipino.
All right, so here's how we're wrapping this up, guys. Pay attention because this is how this podcast is progressing. Okay, first things first. You already know Big Andy is our man, and we're cruising, no matter what. You already know, no matter what, ride or die, we're chasing after Big Andy to be on our podcast. That's first. Next, ride or die. You know for sure, no matter what. Me and Adley could hate each other by this, but we're still going to episode 22, no matter what, dude. Because if we do, that means we beat 70% of all podcasts. All right.
Yes.
And then number 3. Adley is joining the Filipino dating websites on Facebook. They're all free, so that he could find a Filipino girl. But that we can get into the Filipino market.
The Filipinos.
This is what I'm trying to tell you. Listen,
dude.
Filipinos are coming online faster than anyone else in the developing nation, and they love American things, and they have a very Latin flair, and both of us look Filipino, bro. We need to go after the Filipino market.
Yesterday, as a matter of fact, I had a doctor's appointment, and the lady, a white lady nurse, was like, "Are you Pino?" And I was like, "Nah, I'm Thai." And she's like, "Oh, okay. I thought you were Filipino." Then she started talking about her ex that was Filipino and was lazy and owed money. And I was like, "Okay."
When I was working at Wingers, one of the hostesses came up to me one day and she said, "Mike, what flavor are you?" I was like, that's a pretty good way to ask it. Like, that was a pretty clever way to ask it.
She didn't say use dictate in a sentence.
No, we don't talk like that on this podcast. But anyway,
Hey,
so that's it. Do you understand? Those are the 3 goals that this podcast has. Goal number 1 is what, Adley?
get me on the Filipino dating website.
No, that's goal number 3. What's goal number 1?
Goal number
Get
1.
Big Andy on the podcast,
Andy.
you dummy. That's number 1. What's goal number 2?
The one after number 1.
Oh my gosh. We're never gonna get these goals accomplished.
Oh, hit episode 22.
That's right. We're never gonna stop until we get to episode 22, no matter what. It doesn't matter. Even if it's me and Adelaide holding up cans with a string in between, and y'all are holding strings and holding them to your ears. We're never gonna stop. Oh, bro, I'll say this, and then we'll go to number 3. Dave Chappelle started a podcast, and all his podcasts are just a long enough length so that he can press them on vinyl later.
Ooh, genius.
Isn't that some Dave Chappelle stuff to do? Yeah, Rogan and Chappelle were talking about that. That's like a 2-month-old podcast that like I finally got time to listen to. Isn't that phenomenal though?
Okay.
But anyways,
yeah,
that's not on our goal list. But maybe we'll do one on vinyl. Like we ain't trying to. We're so loosey goosey. We can't produce it that tight. I'm not trying to do that. And what's goal number 3, Adley?
Goal number 3, the Filipino dating website on Facebook. That's free.
All of them. There's like 5 of them, bro. Like I was trying to figure out how to get us into the Filipino market today. And I was like, well, I could just send friend requests to all these people on this dating thing. I'm like, man, I'm married. I want my wife to think I'm doing something crazy like that. So yeah, so I'm like, how are we going to do this? Then I'm like, oh, Adley will do it. I wanted to talk to you about it before the show, but the problem is I didn't have enough time.
We're both scrambling. It was just one of those days. We're like, yeah. So, okay.
Will you do it though?
That. Yeah,
Will
why
you do
not?
it?
Yeah, I don't have a girlfriend right now. I'm cool with
so,
that.
So check it out. On the next episode of the Chino Brothers, you will find out if Big Andy actually followed us back and wants to be on the podcast. That's 1. 2, you'll hear that we're on episode number 10, which means we're only 11 away from our actual first goal. And 3, we'll find out what's going on with Adley and who he's matched with on these Filipino dating websites.
Hopefully.
And I hit the post, bro. That's when Jay-Z started playing. I should have played a Jay-Z song, show you how I could hit the post still.
Nice. All right. Well, with that, we got to wrap it up.
Yeah, let's go.
Hey,
I'm usually the one being like, let's go.
Should we play? Can we play as our outro? Can we play the our goodbye
our theme song? Yeah, our theme song. Let's do it. Last time, guys. Here's our new theme song from Joe Moreno. Joe, if you're still here, thank you so much. Here we go. Start from the beginning. Come on, man. You got to hear the best part.
Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. All right. And with that, Chino Brothers, we are out. We will see you next time. Thank you so much for joining us.
Destiny to stage 7. I thought we were doing the boat. I thought we were talking about Raiders Reef again. Sorry, I got Raiders Reef flashbacks.
It's on loop. Drop the toast.
All right, guys. See you later.
Hey, we'll